There are 9 personality types, each defined by what is called the childhood wound. In a nutshell, something happened in childhood that caused you to develop certain patterns, defense mechanisms, behaviors, etc. It happened to all of us. Nobody escaped. From this event, our personalities were born, and the patterns that started in childhood persist into adulthood. None of the personality types are better or more important than the other. They are simply all unique in their own way. These types do not define you. You are who you are. But due to the childhood wound, each of us tend toward one type. And then we integrate other types based on our position on the Enneagram. There are many ways to figure out your type. I was told by one of my colleagues to not take a test because they are not necessarily accurate, and I have found this to be true. I have 2 suggestions. The first is to read through the information in the link below from the Enneagram Institute. This definitely takes the most time and effort. However, after reading summaries of each type, it becomes crystal clear after a while which type you are. People have a tendency to not like what they read regarding the challenges or blind spots of the type they are, and so it can take a while for people to come to the answer. None of the types are better than the other. They are all different and all have equally challenging blind spots. Each type also has amazing attributes. The fastest option is to do the Riso Hudson quest, the quick Enneagram sorting test. This includes 2 groups of 3 paragraphs. The instructions are as follows. Select one paragraph in each of the following 2 groups of statements that best reflects your general attitudes and behaviors as you have been most of your life. You do not have to agree completely with every word or statement in the paragraph you select. You may agree with only 80 to 90% of a particular paragraph and still select that paragraph over the others in the group. However, you should agree with the general tone and overall philosophy of the paragraph you select. You will probably disagree with some sort of each of the paragraphs. Do not reject a paragraph because of a single word or phrase. Again, look at the overall picture. Do not overanalyze your choices. Select the paragraph that your gut feeling says is the right one for you, even though you may not agree with it 100%. The general thrust and feeling of the paragraph as a whole is more important than the individual elements of it. Go with your intuition. The 2 groups of paragraphs will be on the next 2 slides, so you can pause the video to choose from each. The next slide will show the 2-digit codes and which Enneagram number they represent. Once you have selected a letter from each group, 1 and 2, this makes up your 2-digit code, which represents your probable Enneagram type. Those types are on the next slide.